Welcome back, my fellow agents. It is I, X7, your master of martial arts mayhem, and the host of Xenorama, the podcast of heroes and monsters. Today is Saturday, and we will be talking about a kung fu classic, of course, one that never aired here in Fossil Bed. It's from 1978. It is Warriors 2, which is apparently one of the best movies, one of the two best movies about Wing Chun, actual Wing Chun. And it's really good. It is really good. So, before we get too much further into it, please like, share, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Do you practice Wing Chun? Are you a martial artist? What do you think about it? What do you think about this movie? I believe this was Sammo Hung's debut as a director. Not 100% sure, but Blake will tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm right. Always do appreciate your comments, Blake. So, having said all that, now on with the show. The movie starts out with a narrator talking about Wing Chun Fist, or Wing Chun Ken, or Kun, if you want to be specific. How the legend starts and everything, taught it to Wing Chun, who we've seen already, portrayed by Academy Award winning actor uh, Michelle Yeoh. Anyway, that is Lung Chan, who is portrayed by Beardy. They call him Brian Lung here, but that's Lung Karyan himself, Beardy, without a beard. He's so amazing, and he's really, really a good actor in this. No formal martial arts training, so it's just funny to think that that's him being the good guy. There is our other hero, that is Cashier Wah, played by Casanova Wong. This is probably his first appearance here. He was a leg expert in Taekwondo and a leg fighter. Very, very good. Uh, he's a South Korean martial artist. So, have we seen anything else he's been in? He was in Game of Death. I'm sorry, that's just going to be difficult for me to watch. Nothing that I've seen him in at this point in time. Anyway, and of course, he goes through his kicking. Now, Wing Chun is not noted for its kicking. It is a Southern style. They were much closer to the ground. You don't kick people in the head. You break their knee, and then you can kick them in the head when they fall down. Warriors 2. Just, flying there. There he is. Introducing. They're not, geez. Directed by Hung Ching Pao, as we know him, Sammo Hung. And we start out, he's Fatty Chun. Guess why? Anyway, and he's not very bright. He gets stolen. He gets his food stolen all the time. Is a disciple of Master Chan. And these two don't get their I don't think they get their comeuppance. And these are new people who want to go in there. And if you look at this gentleman right there, that is actually the Mr. Vampire himself, Lam Ching Ying. I think that's him right there. Anyway, there is Master Chan himself, and unfortunately, his daughter there, or his niece, did not get a credit in here. I had to look in IMDb, and I've since forgotten. Sorry about that. There are four of our villainous villains, and Cashier Wah and Sammo, or K-Chun, are friends. So he has an idea of what he can sell, which is not dumplings, because he'll either eat all the dumplings and lose his profits or get stolen from them. There's our villain, who is Fung Hak On as Mo. And he wants to take over. For some reason, he's a very successful banker now, and he wants to take over the town, Foshan. Now, Master Tang is a historical figure. And apparently the Prodigal Son is the other one, which I've seen and haven't seen for a while. I did get the Arrow Blue. This is from the Arrow Blu-ray, and it's wonderful. Once again, I highly recommend it. Cashier Wah has a banknote in his pocket, so he goes back and runs into him. And look, he's still kicking high. but he's no match for these guys and gets beat up. Fortunately, Fatty there is grabs him and he saves him. He takes him to his master, who is also a physician, very normal for such things. You look at Wang Fei Hung, who was a healer, and he goes to fix him. So they're trying to get Cashier Hua out, even though he's wounded. So yeah, he worries about her, and they killed her, the jerks. So once again, that's the town's mayor there, and the mayor who, let's see, town's chief Cho Mu Ung Choi. Fatty lies to him at first, and these two, that is, I don't know what we know him. He's been in a ton of Golden Harvest stuff. You can tell Golden Harvest is making money now thanks to Jackie. This film looks great, even better than say Snake and the Eagle's Shadow and Drunken Master. I mean, the production values are raised. They're shot outside with natural lighting. It looks like a Shaw Brothers movie, and you know me, that's a high compliment. And a '70s Shaw Brothers movie, not when they started selling off their land and shooting more and more inside. Though I still love them. And his eagle claws. And Sammo, or pardon me, Kay, goes to warn the mayor. He says life is under there, and there are the guys. And the swordsman, his bodyguard, is Lau Kar Wing, who is a member of the Lao clan, and you can tell he looks like a Lao. He just, and he's really talented and he's good, but he's no match for these guys, and they kill him. We never find out what happens to the mayor. He just disappears, and of course they volunteer the banker there, as we know him, Mo. That he finally tells Cashier Hua that his mother's dead, and he wants revenge, and he's like, "You're not fixed. See if our master will take you on." And they're worried that Lung Chan will be meddling, and they know he's hiding him, and he's like, "Nope, he's recovering. I'm not hiding him. He's going to stay in my clinic till he recovers." So a fight breaks out, and it's a good fight. And of course, Mo shows up and bosses these guys around. Does not fool Chan one bit. He won't be someone good, and he's right. So he pays for the damages, and Wah tries to get him to teach him kung fu. He says no because you're seeking revenge. And they're eating up. Oh, it looks delicious. Cantonese food. Fatty's trying to figure out how to get him accepted as a disciple. And he's thinking, and the last ID he had died of loneliness, right? Now she tells him that she's also knows Wing Chun and found himself a master. I meant to actually open up the IMDb page for this, but it's got a lot of a long title to it. Where is? I think that's Man Tin Chung is Cam Fung. That's who she is. Gotta be. Anyway, so of course they trick him. Fatty's gonna teach them, and he says this, calls everything the wrong name. Sassy stance. Wing Chun is invincible. They just work on their like, oh my gosh, you're awful. And I'm not saying it always works for uh, kung fu masters, but it seems to in movies. He starts teaching. They give him that, and he decides to drink up, give him the tea. That's a ritual. Anyone who's been involved in martial arts will know this. Steak in a crate. Now, again, all of this is not to be accepted as canon. And they teach, and so he's teaching them. So these two, Mo and Larry here, are gonna practice. Yeah. But most of it's really good, and it's just amazing to me that Beardy there knows no kung fu. I mean, was not trained. He just mimicked everything, and no wonder they loved him. And he was, I mean, it looks like he knows Wing Chun. So, but boot to the butt. This is important for later on, of course. And then snatch the leaf from the air. So, sticky chin na is what that's called in Cantonese. And now they're fighting or practicing impetus force, a needle, which really worked. And I would assume so. He breaks down these, which we just saw Mirai do in Ultraman Mebius. And he's got to go through the chamber, the wooden men chamber, Shaolin wooden men. See what I mean by this? Is very much in the vein of a true Shaw Brothers classic. And so they do all that. He like there's a fuse. He panicking. It's like now we can vengeance. So there is vengeance in there. So there's a bit of a mixed message going on here. How can Fatty Chun hit me? Because they're both cheating. And now we pause for station identification. You are watching Zenorama, the podcast of heroes and monsters on KXNO, part of the Zenorama Broadcasting Network. We now return you to our regularly scheduled program. The benefit of having a trained doctor as your martial arts teacher is that he knows pressure points. The two weapons of Wing Chun are the staff, very traditional, the grandfather of all weapons, and the butterfly knives, as we'll see. He's teaching Cashier Wa there to smash these peach seeds, I would guess. And he fails, but no pain, no gain. And now old Mo is trying to figure out how to get rid of Master Chan, and they're about to. Earlier, we've seen him feed this beggar because he's benevolent, and when he tries to give him money, he gets stabbed in the back. And I'm hoping that the beggar receives his due reward. And while his martial spirit, he's still fighting, done nothing to you, and he just still beats the teetotaling snot out of most of these people, but he can't beat all of them. They fight, and he's dead. And they threaten him, and of course, off they go. So they're all ready to fight, and the whole school goes after him, but they realize that they can't. They're all beat up. She leaves with Chan, and Fatty fakes his own death there and he closes his eyes at one point because it is a bit of a comedy. You've got to have a little humor to lighten the mood. Cam Fung has the 8 slashing knives, which are the butterfly knives. And Sticky Head. She is the only woman in this entire sausage fest. So what I get, again, it's very much a classic Chong Chen movie. I mean, I could see him doing something like this. Sticky hand, and there. So Fatty tells them who they're going to fight, and he blows it. Got their names mixed up. So now they have to adapt to fight these other people. He's going to fight with the spear, and he realizes how to do it. And he kills him dead. And they realize that darn Fatty got their names mixed up. So they have to change and do Sticky. So they swap, but unfortunately he takes her and boot to the head. And he's really good. He also gets to show off his kicks. And Mr. Mock, which is Mo, jumping. But unfortunately, that's where he's tagged all of his pressure points. She gets stabbed and is dead. Fatty shows up too late to save his younger sister there, but he gives him a pull to the groin right as Mock shows up. I'm no match for him. They don't know if he knows kung fu or not, but there they go. Fatty takes on the old, the guy we want to see get beat up. The master, and there he is, a praying mantis style. He's taken off his mask. Now he's a whole different person. Now, what did we say? That this guy was played by Fung Hak On, Hong Kong actor. So, and he's a mantis style. Now, this is the one part where you know that he's on a wire. Can't really see it in the Blu-ray, fortunately, but you can't stand like that without. I don't care how strong your feet are. But as far as that goes, this is a minor complaint about actual Chowgar. He's cramping up again. He's got a helmet in his head, but Sammo spins him around, and he's done. Mantis catching, well, you know what. So, but Fatty sacrifices himself to beat him, go kill him, and a flying rider kick, Wing Chun kick, and he just does. He's dead. So now what? Do you want me to crawl? No, I'll just carry you. And that's where it ends. We don't see what happens with the bank, all that money. Someone's got to take over the bank. Where's the mayor? Who's the new mayor? That's all doesn't matter. You just realize, I mean, again, this is how a lot of Shaw Brothers movies ended. They didn't tell you anything else. So again, it's a classic. It's wonderful. I can't recommend the Arrow video enough. The Blu-ray. It's a great movie. It's not too long. It runs 90 minutes. It was released December 28th, 1978. So well after Jackie made his Snake and the Eagle, Shadow, and Drunken Master, also classics. All right, and if you are leaving, please drive slowly and watch out for the kids.
The more you tighten your grip, Tarkin, the more star systems will slip through your fingers.
All right. Now, tomorrow, I'm not 100% sure what we're going to be recording, so it'll be a surprise. But tune in and find out. And I'm kind of leaning toward Genesis 2, but there could be Planet of Storms or Green Lantern's First Flight. I don't know. But until that next assignment, my fellow agents, this is X7 signing off and phasing out. And remember, the righteous man is always invincible. Or righteous person. We'll go there. Be seeing you.
Vandenberg sub shuttle now arriving. Baggage handlers, stand by.